Okay, race fans, summer's here and it's time to hit the beach. We're heading to Bangsaen in Thailand for round 8 of TCR Asia. Round 7 was also held at the famous street circuit, and there was all sorts of drama. Sean Thong getting off to a terrible start, but then chaos ensued as Kasuri, the pole man, came together with Sritrai, his fellow Thai, and that caused a multiple pile-up. Kasuri was firmly given the blame, Abdul Qadir distraught, and Kasuri, the pole man, out. The restart would go without him, and that meant Sritrai would lead them away. But soon, championship leader WS Lai had the lead, with Sritrai in second place and Sean Thong in third. Diego Moran just behind him. A good clean start then at the restart, but then Sritrai was not happy to stay in second and muscled his way past the championship leader and into the lead at his home circuit, determined to win. Diego Moran wanted to do the same but couldn't get past Sean Thong. Alex Liu would also have problems going out at 18. Sean Thong, likewise, would miss his breaking point and then come together with Diego Moran and take both of them out. And that meant it was plain sailing for Tintin as he wins on the beachfront of Bangsaen. It is home race. His second win of the year and moving him to second in the championship. Confirmation of round 7's results then. A Honda 1-2, Sritrai wins at home for Team Thailand, but Lai stays championship leader.
Really fantastic. I'm so proud of my team, and I'm so proud of my engineer from JAS and from PTT Motorsports too. Yeah, I'm very happy to be here, my hometown.
Also happy to be now second overall, 17 points behind the leader from Malaysia, WS Lai. Diego Moran and Kasuri, the two teammates from Ensla, both have 90 points ahead of Abdul Qadir in fifth with 81. And there were more repercussions from the crash in round 7. As you see, Kantadi Kasuri, the pole man, didn't get the best of starts, came across on Sritrai. And then, of course, as well as taking Tin out, he took pretty much the rest of the field out. And that means for round 8, he will also serve another drive-through penalty, which he'll have to take during the race. Here's what he had to say about the incident.
On the start, I started it's not so good, but I just try to block Tin. He is very fast on the start, but sorry, I couldn't see him. But I try to avoid, but I cannot and touch him again. So
before the red flag, I got a starting problem. So basically, I stalled, which is the worst thing you want to do when you start from the second row. And yeah, there's a carnage, and actually, I kind of avoid the big crash because I started, and I'm actually lucky to keep running, despite I got hit as well.
It was a terrible start. I think I got off the line very well, and then further up I saw that there was a bit of rubber, and then cars were spinning off, so I just backed off. And I thought probably there was a bit of opening for me to be able to avoid the cars that were colliding, but I got hit at the back. Then because of the hit at the back, I hit the car in front or next to me, and then the next thing I know, there's another car on my left side that hit me as well. So getting hit 3 times, that's probably the worst start I've ever had.
For me, starting when the front car hit or overturned is okay for me because this accident happened, but I just didn't know why suddenly the car on my right out of sudden just hit me. I was exactly in front of him, left, and he just hit me straight. I don't know what, and I don't know. We are fighting for the championship, and I hope that the race director are going to take a good penalty, or because we're going to take out a point or something like that, because we was fighting for the championship. I got no words to say, man.
One solace for Abdul Qadir is he still leads the Cup competition with 136 points ahead of Jasper Thong of Hong Kong with 115. Eric Kay, who won earlier in the season at Zhuhai, is third with 99 points. Let's turn our attention back to the man of the moment, going for the double here in round 8 at home. Bangsaen, his home race, and he's raced here many times before and is now second in the championship. But when did it all begin for the man from Thailand, Tin Sritrai?
When I was 6 years old, my father bought my first go-kart, and then I dive with my father. I feel I love with my kart. I want to join the race.
And after progressing from go-karts, Tin took on the challenge of Tin Tops.
I love to dive the Formula car because of the driving style is quite very hard if compared with the another car. So I love the hard work.
Well, it's been hard work for sure. The mercurial rise of the Thai, going into Volkswagen this year, then back to Honda, and incurring several mechanical gremlins.
Yeah, this year is quite hard for me because of the race 1, race 2. I didn't finish in the Zhuhai in the last race. Then the gap is very long for me to the championship point.
But after a shaky start and back in his more comfortable Honda Civic, the PTT-sponsored man finally got to victory circle in Zhuhai, his first of the season, following that up with a win in round 7 in Bangsaen.
We have to work hard a lot. My team, my engineer from PTT and my engineer from JAS from Italy, we work together, working hard. So the 3 rounds, Bangsaen, Shanghai and China should be better.
And that's good for the run-in for the championship of 2017. Tin now moving into second place overall behind WS Lai, and still a lot of racing to come, including one more round here in Thailand. But he'll be up against the good ship Liqui Moly, as the Ensler boys are definitely ready to take victory again. Diego Moran still very much in the hunt, as is the lap record holder, his teammate Kantadi Kasiri, who is an expert around this 3.7 kilometer 20-turn circuit with just a straight of 600 meters right here. And we are ready for round 8, a reverse top 10, which always makes it interesting, especially round a street circuit. Away they go then, and leading in the way is Natanid Lee Watana Varargul. And easy for me to say, but Jasper Thong is alongside early on. Good start from Abdul Katir, likewise Diego Moran. A good clean start, and already WS Lai is coming along. Jasper Thong's now taken the lead in the Audi, and it looks as though, yeah, Lai is up to second place already. So once again, a brilliant start by the championship leader WS Lai, and now goes in pursuit of the Audi of the 17-year-old Jasper Thong, already a winner for Audi this year. Lai trying to keep on to that championship lead. Everybody cleanly through the hairpin. Good clean start. Sean Thong with a lot of work to do. And Kantadi Kasuri has got to serve that drive-through penalty. And he's battling hard in the early stages to try and stay with the leaders. And why not? He's just behind Tin Sritrai, winner of round 7, who he came together with it and caused the incident originally. And it looks as though Abdul Katir just ahead of Tin. There he is. And then comes Kasuri. And Katir under big pressure already as we go on board with Kantadi Kasuri. And this is his view through the tunnel like Bangsaen. Oh, and wide goes Abdul Katir there for a moment. And will Tin Sritrai try to pounce on that? We've got the bird seat for this battle for sure. And Kasuri looking very, very racy. But he's got to take that drive through. Will it be on this particular lap? Now coming up the inside, here comes the local driver from Sombat. Missing his braking point almost, and almost hitting the back as Kasuri takes his drive through penalty. Here's another look at the start. And it was a great start from Jasper Thong from second on the grid. And another poor start from his older brother, the 21-year-old Sean Thong, who runs the Phoenix team along with Marchie Lee, not getting off the line well. Abdul Katir gets onto the inside, he gets away well. And as you can see, Sean Thong all the way back, almost third from last. Here we go on board with Kasiri. And he got past Sean Thong very quickly indeed. You can see how badly Thong started. And here we go from Wee Sing Lai. He got away well. Katir on the outside there. And it wasn't long before he was up to third place, just after the first corner. And then at turn 2, a little bit of a tap there on Natandid, but he made it through, and now battle commences yet again. Now can Tin Sritrai do it again? It's been a very good weekend so far. Had a bit of bad luck at the start of round 7, a little bit of damage, but the restart helped him. Now he's in pursuit of Lai. Meanwhile, Jasper Thong continues to hold on to that lead ahead of WS Lai. And Lai's got to be careful here. He knows how treacherous this track can be, and he's in a very good position to extend his lead in the championship if he doesn't get into trouble. So it's a double-edged sword, this. He's had a good weekend so far, but he's kept out of trouble. As we go back with Jasper Thong, 152.4 for the Audi man. And those times coming down lap on lap. Back with Wee Sing Lai. These onboards really give you a graphic illustration of how little time they've got to react and how close they are to the barriers. Very reminiscent of Macau, and we've seen some classic races there, and Bangsaen over the last decade has also had its fair share of cracking races. Oh, and then a touch then by Wee Sing Lai, and he got lucky there, just scraping the barrier on the right-hand side. No major damage, I don't think, but that's how hard he's pushing it. He's right there now with Jasper Thong under braking, and this is really the only time that you can hope to make an attempt at an overtake is under braking like this, trying to brake as late as you possibly can, and the gap between the leaders is down to absolutely zero as they cross the line again. And now can WS trying and build on another attack. Came very close to hitting the wall. Shows just how hard he's trying. I said he was got that double-edged sword. Well, he doesn't seem to be too bothered because he wants the outright victory by the looks of things. Abdul Katir still in a big battle himself with the number 23, the Cup man who leads the way in the Cup competition. And remember, we've got Thai entries for TCR Thailand, TCR Asia, and then the Cup and Amateur trophies also battling it out, and the manufacturers. Honda, of course, winning the first race and looking to do the same in the second. Certainly, Wee Sing Lai would love nothing more than to take Honda to another victory. And on board with Sean Thong. Not been an easy weekend for the elder brother from Phoenix Racing, but enjoying his time in TCR for sure. Busy season with GT Racing as well. The Audi man. And he's not making too much impact on this one so far. Tin Sritrai still down in 6th place. He is just ahead of Abdul Katir. And then a little further back, here we are with Tin. About to make an attack on the number 99, the Elegant Racing, Alex Liu. And that was easy pickings there for the number 79, who really is using his track knowledge and where the possible overtakes are. It looks on paper as though there'd be nowhere to overtake, but so far Tin Sritrai has managed to side his way through throughout the weekend. And it is really track knowledge at a street circuit so important. Back with the leaders with 12 to go, and it's still Jasper Thong leading the way with that 152.4, still the best time so far. Oh, and another big crash, this time involving Douglas Koo and the number 98, the other Elegant Racing team, that of Eric Kay. And as you can see, radiator fluid coming out of the car, and they're both strewn in the middle of the track. That will surely either bring out the safety car, which it says it has, or we possibly could go to red. But a big accident. I don't think any big damage to the fence. I think it's just the two cars involved, and that's the number 98 of the Cup car, the Seat Leon of Eric Kay, and Douglas Koo, and Koo already out of the car. They're both drivers out, as you can see, and safe, but obviously not the way they wanted to end their weekend. And likewise, another car pulling off. That's number 38, Ratanin, coming in, one of the amateur entries from Thailand. as they go past the Raskas of Thailand. Restaurant on the hairpin there. And that was one of the places that Tin Sritrai was able to overtake in round 7. So then we restart this one. And again, Jasper Thong pulls away at the front from Wising Lai. And an interesting line there by Thong. He went very wide there, lost a lot of ground. Tin Sritrai still on the move and still on the hunt for a podium. And coming through the trees, what a glorious view that is. And I'm sure it's hard to enjoy when you're going at that kind of speed. But look at them all piled up. The top 5, nothing with them. In fact, top 10 almost glued together on track. Back on board with Sritrai as he now goes in pursuit of number 32, the Liqui Moly Ensla entry of Diego Moran of Ecuador. And here comes Tin. He's not quite alongside, but the next is a right-hander, and he might just squeeze his way through, and he does so. Brilliant overtaking by the number 79, and Tin Sritrai is on the move. That was quite sensational. He picked his spot perfectly, and that is really the only way to overtake on a street circuit, which is not to allow, in this case, the Volkswagen to come into his regular line, steal the corner from him effectively. And that was great racing from Tin, nice and clean, and Diego Moran gives up that spot. Moran, remember, in his rookie season, he was leading the championship earlier in the year as we go on board with Sean Thong. He's in traffic, and further back than he should be. Oh, and Abdul Katir looks as though he's made a mistake. Allowing one car through, green flag's waving. Let's hope we go green all the way to the end here. Back with Sritrai, who's still pushing hard. And he's going to make another spot up here. And that's brilliant stuff as he gets past Lee Watanafaragul, the female competitor who, of course, led them away from the line. Losing a little ground now, and Sritrai is passed and now in pursuit of the 2 leaders. Wow, Tin Sritrai is really on the march as they cross the line again. And now just 2 more to go. Could he get with the leaders, I wonder, here in the closing stages? Meanwhile, Kasuri trying to make his way through. Remember, after that drive-through penalty, he dropped all the way down to 14th position. And their fingers crossed in the VW camp. Here's that move again, what I call the Raskas of Thailand. And that was brilliant stuff by Tin Sritrai. And that is just course knowledge, knowing he can get up the inside there. And the racing line just gives a little bit more room to somebody trying a move down the inside. And if you can pull it off, brilliant. And he's done so. Abdul Katir still in 9th place. Kasuri's up to 10th now, having done his drive-through. But there he is going through, just behind Sean Thong. And still some work, though, to do for him, for sure. Jasper Thong, though, meanwhile, 1:46.7. Well, he's come right down now in terms of the times, and a 1:46.7 also from Wising Lai. So the 2 of them out front, matching each other's pace lap after lap in an intriguing battle through the streets of the seaside resort of Bangsaen here in Thailand. Perfect conditions. And how will this all end up, we wonder. So far it's been fairly clean compared to round 7, that is. And Jasper Thong continuing to lead over Lai, the championship leader. Sritrai, though, has other ideas, and so too does the number 2. And that's the Liqui Moly Ensla team of Kasuri, trying to force his way. Oh no, and another big trace. The leader! Jasper Thong is out, and so too is Wising Lai. Well, drama indeed. Just as I said, it was a clean race. The leaders have gone. And that's going to put Tin Sritrai into the lead of this race. Well, something's gone wrong here, for sure, between the pair of them. And at a guess, I would say, yes, I think it is. Wising Lai missed his braking point, slammed into the back of Jasper Thong, leaving the young Hong Kong driver nowhere to go except into the barriers. Here we have a look at it from Wising Lai's point of view. As they came to the braking point, yeah, no question, Jasper Thong braked quite early, and that is his wont, and there's no way that Lai could react in time, and he clatters into the back of them and takes them both out. What a dramatic finish this race will be. We're under safety now, and amazingly, Tin Sritrai, who of course started on the reverse top 10 grid, is leading this race and headed for a possible double here as a very dejected Lai heads back to the pits, but he knows it's his fault, I'm sure. And meanwhile, Mr. and Mrs. Sritrai look very nervous indeed, but they've seen it all before. Number one, will it be that way? Well, Jasper Thong, as you can imagine, not very happy, having led this race, and yes, I can understand the frustration because he had no real part in that. He was just shunted from behind, and there's the damage to the shuntee. And that was number 39, Wee Sing Lai. And a rare mistake, and probably the only DNF I think Lai has suffered this season. And it's a red flag. The red flag's come out. And that means Tin Sritrai should win this race. Amazing stuff. And if that's the case, Tin Sritrai has got the double here in Bangsaen in Thailand, his home race. That's a very popular win for him, and one he well deserves after those overtaking maneuvers, which were quite brilliant. But yes, sure enough, the red flag is out, and I would say that that has put a result on it, and sure enough, Mum's there to greet him. Tin does it, and does the double. Can't get any better than that. Confirmation then. Tin Sritrai with victory for Thailand at home. Diego Moran takes second place for the Ensler team. And the only female in the race, there she is, Natanid Lee Watana Varagul. Easy for me to say, but either way, she's got a 4 in round 7 and a podium now in round 8. Superb stuff. Well done to our top 3. Let's head down to the press conference.
You know, the race is a chaos race, and have many accidents. I have to focus in my driving, and I have to focus in the front of me to make a gap very close when I follow the safety car. And yeah, I'm just lucky this race.
Yes, it was a little unexpected. Well, I was always pushing to get to the podium, to the best position. Yesterday I was very unlucky. I had a touch, and yeah, I lose everything because then my car broke and I didn't finish, so I get 0 points. But today, yeah, I did a very smart race. I think I was trying to stay away from trouble. And yeah, the car was perfect. I really need to thank my team because they did a very, very good job yesterday fixing the car. And also until this morning, they didn't finish, but they did a great job. And I really have to say thanks to them.
It's very exciting, and this weekend is very good for me and very good experience for race with TCR Asia. Yeah.
And it could have been a very different race had this not happened. Jasper Thong, while leading, taken out by second place Wee Sing Lai. Let's hear from both men.
I think I can win today because Jasper holding my speed more than 5 laps. If I can take Jasper easy, I think I can win the race today, but I'm so sorry I touched Jasper. Yeah.
It caused such a big drama. It caused my car to break down. It costs my championship. If at the end it was a DNF, then I will be out of the championship. And he's a championship points leader, and there's no need for him to do that, I think. So, yeah, I'm angry, and I feel sorry for the team at the same time.
In TCR round 1 until now, I never touched one guy on the race. People touch me more than I touch people. But how to say, I don't know. I don't know how to say. Because I feel confident I can overtake Jasper. That's why the crash will happen. Because I feeling I want to overtake Jasper. Maybe feeling he want to defend. That's why the two drivers make the different decision on the same corner. That's why the accident happened. Because if I follow Jasper, I still can finish the race by second. But for me, the accident is not, I would say, I simply to do for Jasper.
Well, as we say, that's racing. And now, Wee Sing Lai continues at the front with 113 points. But now, Sritrai has 108.5. Diego Moran third with 99. He's just a few points ahead of Kasuri, who managed to get some points out of round 8 and is still fourth ahead of Abdul Katir in 5th place overall. Jasper Thong now down in 6th place with 70 points. Very disappointed, and battle lines, I'm sure, have been drawn for the next round and the next few rounds, both to be held in China. But a long way to go yet in the 2017 season. Great racing from Bangsaen in Thailand. More to come from TCR Asia from me, Jonathan Green. Until next time out in China, bye for now.